Hey guys, I'm Traci Copeland and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. Today we're gonna focus on back and core strength. Now this is a great workout because I feel like the two kind of go hand in hand. A lot of people have back pain mostly because they don't have a strong core. So today we're actually gonna work both, okay? So it's about 10 minutes or so of work that we're gonna do. We only have 4 different moves that we're gonna do for 3 rounds, all right? So let's get warmed up. So I'm gonna have you start towards the back of the mat. Once again, reach the arms all the way up and reach for your toes. Take it to the ground. And then I'm gonna have you lower all the way down. And then I'm just gonna have you open up your chest and then release. And again, inhale, open, exhale, release. Inhale, open, and release. Now, I'm gonna have you come into a tabletop position on your hands and knees. We're gonna do a couple cat-cows to warm up the spine, okay? So, inhale, heart opens. Exhale, release, draw your chin to your chest. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, release. And let's do 2 more. Inhale, heart opens. And exhale, release. All right, go ahead and take yourself into standing position. Walk all the way up to stand, and you can go ahead and start to shake it out. All right, now what you'll need for this workout is a set of dumbbells. You don't have to go super heavy. I suggest anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds, depending on your level of comfort. We're gonna do the first round without dumbbells, especially just the first move is chest flies, okay? So we have chest flies for 45 seconds, and you're gonna go ahead and lean over in about a 45-degree angle, and I'm gonna start with my hands right here, and I open up my chest, okay? So you can actually feel your back engaged. You can start to feel your back muscles activating from your thoracic spine all the way down to your lumbar spine, okay? So I'm doing this without dumbbells the first round, but as we move on, I'm gonna add the dumbbells. And I suggest you do the same thing. And notice while I'm here, my core is engaged the entire time, okay? Got about 20 more seconds left on the clock. Keeping the eyes forward. Keeping the weight in my heels. Slight bend of the knees, relaxed through the shoulders, and time. All right, we're gonna move on to Supermans now, all right? So lying on your stomach, we're gonna do alternating Supermans. I'm just gonna move these dumbbells a little bit off to the side so we have a little bit more wiggle room. So lying flat down on your stomach, arms extended out in front of you, keeping your eyes forward to have a neutral spine. And we're gonna go alternate left and right, okay? So my head is off of the ground. It's almost like you're kind of swimming, okay? So I suggest doing these a little bit slower. This is less about speed, more about control. So while you're here, you feel that lower back especially working. Now, if you feel a pinch in your lower back, I suggest that you maybe don't lift your leg quite as high. You don't want to lift the arm too high. You don't want to lift the leg too high. They kind of are about the same distance off of the ground, okay? All right, we got about 5 seconds left here. And time. All right. We're gonna go ahead and come to a standing position. I'm gonna go ahead and grab hold of these dumbbells here. We're gonna go right into bent over row, okay? And now I am gonna use the weights here this time. So start standing, lean over. I have the weight in my heels. Now, I'm gonna go with a neutral grip this time. So draw it up and then lower down nice and slow, okay? So you're fast at bringing it up. You have about a 3-second lower down, okay? Now, with a lot of these moves, it's the time under tension. That's how we define strength here. So even if you don't have heavy weight, you can control how you use the weight by how much time you spent on your eccentric or decentric movement. So the eccentric is the extending phase of that. Keeping the back nice and flat. Maybe a little bit longer. Eccentric and concentric movement. So the concentric is bending the arms. You got about 5 seconds left here. Ooh, I definitely feel this in my back now. 3, 2, and time. All right. And again, if you have any back issues, I would suggest lightening the weight or using no weight at all. We're gonna lie on our back. Just gonna grab one dumbbell here just to see how that feels. And I'm using 10s, okay? So you could do this lying on your back. You can use a bench if you have this at home. A bench will give you a little bit more range of motion. So we're just gonna do a bent arm pullover, okay? So reaching the weight all the way back, bring it back center, okay? Now, you wanna make sure that that lower back stays connected to the ground the entire time. You're not arching, sticking your butt out like this. Draw the lower abs in, stay connected the entire time. And notice how I'm not going very far. It's not about bringing the weight super far away from you. You're really just going through this range right here, okay? You got about 15 seconds left on the clock. Core engaged. And time. All right, now, we've made it through first round. I'm gonna do it all over again. So this time, I'm gonna add the weights for those chest flies, all right? I suggest anywhere from 5 to 15, depending on how often you use weights. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'm gonna start slightly bent over and extend the arms out. These are your chest flies. Now my arms are slightly bent as I do this. Now you're not using momentum here. You're using the strength of your back and your upper body, and it's a slow lower down, okay? About 15 seconds left. Keep the core engaged the entire time. We got this. Less than 5 on the clock. Stay relaxed through your shoulders. And time. All right. Put those weights off to the side, and we've got our Superman's opposite arm, opposite leg, okay? So, extend. Keeping that neutral gaze here. Now what you could also do here, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can add a light dumbbell. I'd say no more than 5 pounds here. Or you can even use elastic bands. I would say, especially using elastic bands around your ankles, resistance bands. That way, you're making your lower back work a little bit harder. All right, and time. As we're on the ground, I'm just gonna have us go right into that bent over, that pull over, okay? And then we're gonna go into the bent over row. All right, get up. Now feel free to add more weight here. And if you don't have dumbbells at home, what you can also use is a med ball. Sometimes it's just nice to have weight, and using a med ball is actually just as effective as, you know, a dumbbell. It's just gonna change your grip. All right, got about 10 seconds left here. And then we go into our rows. And time. All right, let's go up to stand. And this time, I'm gonna change my grip. So I went with a neutral grip last time. This time, I'm gonna go palms facing in, all right? So slightly bent, lean over, and draw those elbows in, okay? So you're fast on the bend and you're slow on the extension, that eccentric movement. Now you could do this with a dumbbell. If you want to get really fancy, you could do this with a barbell. That's a lot heavier though, because that's 45 pounds. So I don't know if we're ready for all that, but that's something that you can work up to. Stay with it. You got about 5 seconds left. And time. All right, so you made it through 2 rounds. We got 1 more to go. Same exact thing, okay? So this is less about speed, this is about quality of movement, because we're really focusing on strengthening those internal muscles around our lower back and our spine and our core, okay? So move with control, not with speed, all right? So let's go ahead and finish that last round in 3, 2, 1. We'll start with the chest flies. Make sure you're breathing. This is that moment when I'm really happy that we started with no weights the first round, because 10 pounds can be really heavy after a while. They can start to feel like 30 pounds. But that's why you use weights, so you can get stronger. And using weights isn't about bulking up, it's about so you can actually get stronger. If you use weights the right way, they will not make you bulky. Okay, a little bit longer, and time. Let's put those weights off to the side. Alternating Superman. Let's go for it. Almost like you're swimming. Head is in a neutral position. Nice long neck. And again, if you've got any discomfort in that lower back, then you're gonna modify or don't lift your legs quite as high. Or you can just lift your arms, focus on one area, okay? Got about 10 seconds left on the clock. And time. All right, lying down on your back, bent arm, pull over. I'm gonna add a little bit more weight this time, and I encourage you to do the same thing if you have extra weight at home, since it is our last round. Worst thing that happens, you just get rid of one weight. Keep the lower back connected. Breathe. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you bring it up. Keep that lower back connected to the ground the entire time. All right, almost there, about 10 seconds left of your life. During this set. And one more time. All right, let's take it up to stand. And we have those bent over rows. I'm gonna go back to my neutral grip this time. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance. elbows up. Breathe. Keep the weight in your heels. Back stays nice and flat. And try to stay relaxed through your neck and your shoulders. What tends to happen is when we get tight and when we get tired, all the tension creeps up, especially in the shoulders. I know that's how it is for me. So stay relaxed. Got about 10 seconds left. And time. All right, you have made it through your back and core workout. Congratulations, I hope you enjoyed, I hope you had fun. Once again, my name is Traci Copeland and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. You want more good moves? Subscribe to Well+Good today.